This is the second part of the customer screen, and we're going to cover this area on this tab, which is the bookings. Bookings are a part of the application where you take an appointment or a service task that has to be done, and you create the corresponding client file so that you have a record of all the client information you need in order to perform the services or equipment support. In this particular case, you can see that we have the customer name, address, city, and so forth. This is the primary customer information. The second part of this is the company location. In this particular part of the application, the highlighted green field and the ones up here will be highlighted also. This is the location where the service will be done based on this particular client and this service location. Now, some equipment companies have multiple clients where you might have the same primary but a different location. That's why this is green, so you can see that. You can add additional locations. The record itself is not going to be affected by it because the customer has a customer ID for each location and the primary person that is the contact. The lower portion of this has the company zip and street address, the state or province, and the state ID. There's also a type of company that it is. You can put that in there. In this case, this is the primary record for myself that I use as a demo. It has the office phone and the email and the website. The website also can be opened directly from here. If you put a URL in, you can click this open site and it'll open whatever URL you have in here on the web browser. You can make comments about the particular client in support of the client. And I put a little note in here for the person that's opening up this application that if you had clients in here that were not yours and you wanted to overwrite them, for example, I have empty 1 and empty 2 here, you would click on that record and replace the information that's in that screen with data of a new client. Now, be aware that when you click on the new record button, if you double click, you should only single click, but if you double click, it will add 2 records instead of 1. So that's how you'll end up with an extra record in here. You do not want that to happen, so only click once. If you need to cycle through the records, you can either click on this side over here on the little icon to go to that record, or you can cycle through it by clicking on the next or backing up and hitting the prior record button. Down in the corner, there's a customer listing for all the customers that you add here. That gives you a line-by-line listing of each client within the application. And there's a report by date, which is a report by when this information was acquired, and information about additional information about the client in a list type of a view. This particular field set over here is a portal, meaning that this will scroll and you can put many records in it. This is called a UDF, or user-defined fields. If I did not include a field that you need from over this side, you can create your own fields in each one of these blocks by adding a title, or then after adding a title, add the data that is corresponding to the title for these 3 fields here. Each time you create a new record on a new line, it's going to drop down and add another new record, so you can have an infinite number of records. If you need to go to the portal where you may want to delete one of these rows, you would click on this green icon right here. It will take you to the portal records. In a portal record, you can use the find to search through all the UDF fields that are in that portal record, but you cannot do it within this portal itself. Okay, in the next lesson, what we're going to be covering on this application is the equipment assignment. So that'll be on the equipment assignment tab, and you will click on this icon.